What is up, YouTube? Gonna do an install today on my cold air intake. I'm not gonna film the whole intake, the whole install rather, because there's 1,000 videos on that, and I just feel like it gets boring when you guys keep looking at different videos over again. So I'll chime in time and time again, but just picked it up today. AFE intake. Clear box. I love the clear box. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just some tubes and some clamps. I was back and forth whether I was going to get that or the Corsa. I like the Corsa a lot, of course. Who the hell doesn't? I mean, it's pure carbon fiber. I think it's silly that they advertise like 70 horsepower gain just from adding a Corsa intake, because we all know that's not true. I'm expecting probably to get about 10 horsepower out of this. They say that the airbox on the Z06 and the ZR1s are incredibly restrictive. It's the same airbox that comes on the regular C7s. So hopefully this will make a big difference. Honestly, if I just hear a little bit more blower whine, I'll be even happier. But let's get started. Alright, so step one, remove the 4 screws, 7mm screws that held on the heat extractor routing tube thing. So I guess on to the next step. Okay, got the airbox out, got the tube out, and it's a pain in the ass. Not really, just if you've never done it before. I've done it on obviously my other cars. I've never not done it on this car before. It's just getting the mass airflow sensor off was a pain in the ass. I thought if you just pop the red thing, it should pop off, but you still got to get a screwdriver in there. Push the little button and the other hose comes right off, and just wiggle it out underneath. That piece right there was a little bit of a pain in the ass because I didn't take the whole thing apart. I just left it assembled. And just wiggled it out. So now for the assembly of the new one. Alright guys, so it's the next day. You can see it's nice and sunny out. I'm going to take the car out for a minute. So full transparency. The job is done, kind of 99%. So I got into a little bit of an issue yesterday. I dropped a screw. One of the flat back black screws that hold the airbox in place. Dropped it in the engine compartment. So I literally had to stop, wait overnight so I can try to find that screw. And you guys know that have a car like this knows how tight that engine bay is, and trying to find a flat black screw when you have limited light in a really tight garage wasn't the most fun experience. So yeah, I just made a bonehead move. Let me show you real quick what the finished product looks like. So you can see everything's in place. Now the only thing I still have to do, I'm having an issue that one side there, I don't know if I put one of the grommets in wrong or what, but it's not going flush against the the sidewall, and I can't screw it and tighten it all the way down, so I'm going to end up pulling the car out. I'm going to take the airbox off again and see how I did the grommet. One thing that surprised me I didn't realize about was the coolant line had to be cut and rerouted a little bit, and I didn't think I was going to have to do that. I wasn't happy about that because I hate cutting anything that's stock. I just don't like doing it. So, but I did that, and everything else went back together just fine except for that one screw. I'm going to take it out for driving impressions. I know they advertise 33 horsepower increase. Anybody that knows anything about cars, that's bullcrap. I know the airbox will make a difference on this car because that stock airbox, again, was the same airbox that comes on the regular C7s, and I know they choked them up a little bit with this motor. Yeah, so, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, so you're talking to someone, I'm definitely not a mechanic, I'm not an expert, I've done stuff to my cars in the past. I don't really do severe engine work. I just don't have the time or the tools to do it. I haven't done stuff like that since I was in my 20s, so I just don't I don't know, I just don't have the drive to do it myself on certain items. But this was a pretty fun project to do myself. In actual work time, it took me an hour and a half to do. Somebody with a lot of experience and a lot of tools and room and all the perfect conditions probably could have gotten it done in about a half hour, 45 minutes. But at least it gives you guys, anybody watching this who's just a regular guy like myself, you can see that roughly how long it's going to take you. It went smooth except for the fact that I lost that screw and I just screwed up with that grommet. I'm pretty sure I'll have to fix that. And I'm going to take it out in a couple minutes and see how it feels. I don't really expect to feel too much. It's more sound. That's kind of why I like the cold air boxes. They give it a little bit more of a grumbly sound, and I'm hoping to hear the blower whine a little bit more. But we'll check it out in a minute. Okay, here we go. So first impressions, does feel a little punchier. Feels like it's got a little bit more, I guess, reaction as soon as I get on the gas. You know, like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be life-changing just from an airbox. The motor does sound a little bit throatier coming from it. It's hard for me to say, like, if I really feel a big difference as far as power-wise. I mean, I'll find out when I go on the dyno. Like I said, the car made, I think I said 538 horsepower it made on the dyno, so we'll see what happens when I bring it there later in the week. But, I mean, I like the way they look over the stock airboxes. There's definitely a bit better sound. I don't hear the blower more. I was really hoping to. I read it online, and I also saw another video where they were saying with the airboxes you would hear the blower whine a little bit more. I do not. Am I glad I put the airbox in? Yeah, like I said, if nothing else, I like the slightly throatier sound. I also like the way it looks in the car, you know, obviously, even though you only see it when the hood is up. But yeah, overall, AFE airbox. I'm pretty happy. So if you guys are thinking about putting an airbox in your car, if you have a Z06, I personally think it's definitely worth it. I don't think going the full-blown route of the Corsa, spending $1,000, or even they make a full carbon fiber version of this one for like $1,400. I don't think that would be worth spending that money. For that much money, you can get a set of headers or something added to it. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I like carbon fiber. I hate the glossy carbon fiber. If I was going to spend the extra money on the carbon fiber, I would do it on my dashboard to match my steering wheel. But overall, like I said, I'm pretty happy. It was a fairly cheap mod, and I'm happy. So if you guys are thinking about it, I would say go for it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the videos that I'm making, I'm just, like I said, I'm no YouTube guy, just some schmuck making some videos, working on my car and doing different things to it. So my goal eventually, like I said, 850 horsepower. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit subscribe. I love it. 180 subscribers. Thank you.